Welcome back. Today we will learn about tissues in this video. Watch the video properly and note down the important points in your notebook. We learned that all living organisms are made up of cells, and these cells are specialized to carry a special function. The unicellular organisms, which are made up of single cell, performs all the basic functions, but the multicellular organisms made up of a number of cells exhibit division of labor where different groups of cells take up different functions. These group of cells are called tissues. Now tissues. What are tissues? The tissues may be defined as a group of cells that have a common origin, shape, and structure. They work together to achieve a common function. Importance of tissues. There are many importance of tissues. Formation of tissues has resulted in division of labor in multicellular organisms. It means the work is divided among the different cells. Origin of tissues has reduced the workload of individual cells. Higher survival of multicellular organisms due to improved organization. Group of tissues form organs and group of organs form organ system. We had done that. Plant and animal cells, these are two different cells. As the cells are different in plants and animals, so tissues will also be different. So here are given the differences between animal and plant tissues. Plant tissues. Plant tissues are sportive and provide mechanical strength. They need less energy and maintenance. While animal tissues do not provide mechanical strength and need more energy and maintenance. Most of the plant tissues are dead. In animal, tissues are living. In plants, the growth is non-uniform and limited to certain regions, while the growth is uniform in all the cells of animals. In plants, there is a clear demarcation in dividing and non-dividing tissues in plants, while there is no demarcation in dividing and non-dividing tissues in animals. Tissue organization is simple in plants. Tissue organization is complex in plants. Here is given the classification of plant tissues. Plant tissues are classified into two groups. One is meristematic tissue and other is permanent tissue. Meristematic tissues, these are undifferentiated dividing cells. But permanent tissue, these are differentiated and non-dividing cells. Means they cannot divide further. Meristematic tissue, they are of three types: apical meristem, intercalary meristem, and lateral meristem. But permanent tissues, they are also of three types, mainly two types, and third is the special permanent tissue. First is simple permanent tissue, second complex permanent tissue, and next special permanent tissues. Simple permanent tissues, they are further classified into two groups. One is supporting tissue and other is protective tissue. In supporting tissues, they are further of three types: parenchyma, collenchyma, and sclerenchyma. In protective tissues, which protect the internal part of the plant body, the outermost epidermis, and then cork. Complex permanent tissues. They are of two types. One is xylem and other is phloem. Xylem and phloem both together form or are present in the vascular bundles. Xylem is having further four elements: xylem tracheids, xylem vessels, xylem fibers, xylem parenchyma. Phloem is also having four or made up of four elements: sieve tubes or sieve elements, companion cells, phloem parenchyma, and phloem fibers. Next is special permanent tissue. In this, some tissue they are modified to perform special function. This is lenticephorous tissues. Next is glandular tissue, and next is hyoid tissues. Meristematic tissue. Meristos means divided. Undifferentiated living cells that keep dividing and add new cells throughout life of a plant. They are not present in the growing regions of plant such as tips of root, shoot, branches, etc. and help in their growth and development. Characteristics of meristematic cells. Meristematic cells are small, undifferentiated, and thin-walled. These are compactly arranged without any intercellular space. Spherical, polygonal, or rectangular cells with thin cell wall made up of cellulose. Dense cytoplasm and vacuoles are small or absent like animal cells. Centrally located prominent nucleus like animal cells. So, they are having a number of characteristics which are similar to animal cells. Types of meristematic tissue. There are three types of meristematic tissue based on their location: apical meristem, intercalary meristem, and lateral meristem. Apical meristem. It is found at the growing tips of stem, roots, and growing young leaves. These are called primary meristems, responsible for increasing the length of plant. Intercalary meristem. Intercalary meristem is located at the base of leaves and twigs and at the base of internodes. It increases the length of organs and branches and is responsible for bending movement of twigs. Lateral meristem. It is found as cambium in the vascular bundles of dicot stem and root and as cork cambium beneath the bark. It is responsible for secondary growth and helps in increasing the diameter or girth of plants. Here you can see the location of different meristems. First of all, apical meristem present at the apex of stem, root or branch. These apical meristem, they are responsible for increasing the linear length of the plant body. But if it is removed, then the plant will stop to increase in length. It will start increasing breadth-wise. Next is intercalary meristem. These are nodes, and at above and lower part, this intercalary meristem is present, and this is responsible to increase the length of internodes. For example, as in sugarcane, you have seen that. As in sugarcane, you have seen that due to this intercalary meristem, the length of this internode that increases. Third is lateral meristem. Lateral meristem, they are present at the periphery of the stem. Lateral meristem, these are also called cambium and responsible for secondary growth, help in increasing the diameter or girth of the plant. Permanent tissues. Permanent tissues are those tissues which lose their capacity to divide. So these are formed of cells that have lost their capacity to divide. They have definite permanent shapes and are specialized to carry out different functions. These tissues form the bulk of the plant body. It means in the plant body throughout they are present. Characteristics of permanent tissues: they have differentiated cells and have definite shape according to their function. The cells may have a thin or thick cell wall. Intercellular spaces between the cells may or may not be present. The cells may be living or dead. The vacuoles may be present or absent. Now, comparison between meristematic and permanent tissue. We had done both, so here we are able to compare these two tissues. Meristematic tissues, cells are living and able to divide throughout plant life because they are having the capacity of division. Cells may be living or dead but without power of cell division in permanent tissues. Cell wall is thin in meristematic tissues and made up of cellulose. In permanent tissue, cell wall may be thin or thick, but it is also made up of cellulose. Nucleus is large and central. Nucleus is relatively small and lies in the peripheral cytoplasm in permanent tissue. In meristematic tissues, vacuoles are either absent or small. In permanent tissues, a large central vacuole is usually present. In meristematic tissues, rate of metabolism is high. In permanent tissues, rate of metabolism is slow. In meristematic tissues, or the meristematic tissues, they are associated with plant growth. But permanent tissues, they provide various functions like protection, storage, transport, photosynthesis, etc. Thanks.